I'm a We're gonna sing the song. Sing the song.
Hello!
Do you want to sing a song?
I've already said
We're gonna sing a song. No, 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 come on, come on. Come on. No, no, we
Hello everybody, we are just about ready. We're just getting a few ducks in a row as ever. My goodness, this camper van's a bit crammed. I'm a bit fed up. Can't find anything. Can you hear me, Rachel? Thumbs up. Yep, we can see you there. You might be best if you come back in Skype actually in a minute, you know, because let's have a listen. Hang on. Say again. Yeah, if we'll just keep Zoom for people who want to observe. Just 1 second. good evening, and welcome. Welcome and thank you. Actually, thank you if you were here last weekend at the hashtag High 20 Festival in Leeds. And then traffic across the UK this week. It's been nuts. We'll have to put a little video together to summarize that. I want to be in that this really quickly because we've got an amazing challenge. To aim high, we decided we will have an assault on number one, the Christmas number one. We aimed high last weekend in Leeds. As you can see, we've got the cardboard rocket that you can see here that we actually fired. Because all last weekend we were in Yorkshire. We were at Parklands Primary School up there on Seacroft Estate. We worked with the community there. Shana, Karen, Grandad, and Joe, everybody did their best to help us out. They're talking to the police. Travis was fantastic. Thank you all for your support last weekend. It was very fantastic. And particularly thanks going out to Yorkshire Sculpture Park as well, because they moved the mountain for us. They let us camp our camper van in their fantastic site for the whole weekend. You could not make this up. You really had to be there. And Bryn Llewellyn was, and a couple of teachers popped in, and it really was a fantastic weekend. So we've got a few people logging on there. If you want to pop a message in, we'll pop it up on the screen. Let's get the vibe going. Let's get the interaction going here. Let's get everybody involved. We built this fantastic cardboard tray with a cardboard rocket 200 feet high in Parklands Primary Key Stadium playground, and we launched a rocket. And tonight what we want to do is on a cold winter's morning, what's the snow coming from the cold? There's a free city, the schools are all closed. Coming from the cold, and the kids left are all hungry and bored. Coming from the cold, and the best they can find is leftovers and coke. Come on in from the cold. So switch off the TV and text all your mates. Head for the one school that's opened its gates. They're planning a lesson that's served up on plates. Come on in from the cold. Come on in from the cold. Well, the teachers refuse to give up. Come on in from the cold. And they put up and give from whatever they cost. Come on in from the cold. So take off your raincoat and pull up a chair. Shake off your hunger, let food come instead. Whatever you got is whatever we'll share. Come on in from the cold. 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 Come in from the cold. Come in from the cold. Absolutely fantastic weekend, and that's the inspiration for this evening. The beautiful singing, the collaborative singing, the singing together of the Commoners Choir, absolutely fantastic, just beautiful singing. And if you were on the Mark Thomas live stream just now, which was wonderful, took me back to my days at Red Rose Comedy Club there in Finsbury Park, and Ivor and Bean and all those guys, a lot of those amazing comics cut their teeth. Really was a trip down memory lane, and very personal story. If you get a chance, I take the Mark Thomas thing, and you can listen to that, I think, for the rest of the week. It really was super. And at the end of it was a sing-along by the Commoners Choir, who sang Christmas that they'd recorded, I think it was in Denmark or Norway. And it was really beautiful. I just got the end of it. One of the reasons I was a bit late to actually get my act together here, because I'm a little bit of a back foot, I must admit. As ever, nothing changes there, of course. Many rules on a bit of a back foot around here. We've been live streaming. We had live streaming in Yorkshire last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We did pop-ups in York on Tuesday, in Rotherham on Wednesday, and Shropshire on Friday. Thursday, something, I can't remember. Yeah, somewhere else, whatever. It's been a crazy busy week. I was hoping to get Malumba on now, actually, but sadly Malumba doesn't seem to be able to have connected. I'm still in the battle bus. I'm still in the camper van driving around London to get to base. He's going to be in base, and he'll be Skyping in the next few days. The challenge tonight really was to build on the beautiful conversation that we had last weekend with a fantastic talented teacher, head teacher, singer, just an absolutely beautiful lady. And I would like to have her up on the screen. I don't know why I haven't unplugged that video screen in. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to get a little bit like I had to unplug it all earlier. So I'm going to plug that in the back of there. I can see her on the screen, but I can't see her on the WhatsApp because I haven't plugged her into the Vision Mixer. That's not very clever, is it? And I haven't plugged that one in either, so I've got a bit of plug-in to do. So while I'm speaking to this fantastic person who's rocked up on a Sunday night, and she's got a day job as well, not she hasn't got anything better to do. So let's just see if that works. Now, there she is. So I can now press that, and then that, and Rachel appears on the screen. Rachel, can you hear me? I can't hear you. No, that's not good, is it? Why can't I hear you? You're on number 2 there. That's oh, okay, because I haven't got that plugged in. Right, okay. And
Hello?
Okay, that's Malumba. What's Malumba crashed in for? Malumba, what are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Hang on, Malumba. Malumba. You shouldn't be on the line.
I'm trying to get alive.
Okay, well, I'm chatting to Rachel now, and I can't see you. I don't know quite what's happened here, mate. So can you drop off? Sorry.
I'm trying to get.
Hang on, Rachel. I didn't plug it all together, did I? Let's get that through there. This is all going to be a bit of a shambles if we're not careful. Not to worry. Let's get Rachel. That's the most important one at the moment. And then I'll do another. So, Rachel, can you speak to me? You are speaking to me, and I still can't hear you. So that's good. That's good talking practice, I've got to say. That should be coming from.
I would like to speak to you as well. Oh yeah, no, Rachel.
Malumba, can you drop off, please, for a moment? I'll come back to you. That one there. Oh, damn. Rachel, now speak to me.
Hi, good again.
I can hear you now.
In your little camper van.
I'm in my little camper van. I'm a little bit arse over elbow, I'm afraid. So it's after 9 o'clock, so I can probably use that sort of language.
It is. It's only 9:30.
9:30. That means we're half an hour late, doesn't it? Because we're supposed to be starting at 9. Gosh, I tell you what. Every time we take this all down and put it back up again, it really it never seems to go together quite the same. So I just ran out of time. So we've just been dashing around, driving around all day today. We'll just see what Malumba's up to. So Rachel, tell me what you thought of last weekend. I know you were logged on for most of it, weren't you? Which is superb.
I loved last weekend, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed seeing the feedback that's come from colleagues over the course of the week, where they've been commenting, especially in our little banter group. It's been lovely to see people comment about how wonderful the entire weekend was, the massive engagement, and then looking at the song, Come On In From the Cold, which I looked at over the course of the week and then had a go at singing myself, and it's very catchy. It's a song that you want to join in with, and when you actually sing it along with the video, you get caught up in the words, you get caught up in the children's faces, you get caught up in the actual real passion of why we're doing this and what it's all about. And when you see those kids and you look at the words and you think, yes, this is what it's all about. It is about the children. And I think about I know last week when I spoke about various schools I'd worked in, and one of the head teachers said to me, you've got to love these kids to want to work here. We used to do various events where we would call it, dine in with dad. It wasn't about dad coming for lunch with their kids. It was any male figure in the child's family who could come and have lunch during the school day with the kids, or it was dine in with mum again. It was a mother figure who could come and dine with the children in school. And I was very privileged that the kitchen staff I had, we actually employed them directly. So we were able to say, let's just get this extra food in, Parents Association on board, we can do so much and do these things for our families. And I suppose if I were to say if there's anything I miss about being in a school, it's really that being with the community at heart.
I mean, you are working with schools still, though, aren't you? You're consulting and advising, aren't you? Doing teacher training, is that right?
Yes, I work with over 70 teachers nationally, and I have teachers with whom I work on the Isle of Wight, all the way up further north than I am in Northumberland, and they are doing national professional qualifications, which are accredited by the DFE. So they're aspiring middle leaders, senior leaders, people who are aspiring to headship, and I do mentoring, coaching, conversations with them. I've got 4 tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. I've only got 5 more working days before I myself finish for the Christmas break. And it's just amazing speaking to these teachers. And when I'm completely in awe of what they do. And I say to them every time, I know that I am, I guess I have been a head teacher, but I'm not working in schools right now. And for all I do own the shoes and have lots of shoes, I do not have any idea what it means to walk in their shoes right now. And I think they're just incredible members of school staff, colleagues who are doing what they do every day.
Can't argue with any of that. I think it's always sad when a head teacher like you moves on from headship for that one school and that one community. But I always think, having seen you speak at conferences and being aware of the amazing work you do and the talent you are, that your impact now is much greater because you're teaching teachers and working with schools and supporting many, many more colleagues. Would you say do you have any regrets about that change, or is that right?
No, I don't have any regrets because I am a person who thinks, share what you have. And I've spent 27 years actually in schools, in 5 different schools. I spent over 27 years. I'm in my 30th year in education, and I'm able to share those 27 years plus with other teachers nationally and potentially internationally. I'd like to think that you can pass on what you have learned, the mistakes you've made, what you've learned from those mistakes, ideas that you have, resources you've made, and share them, because it's about giving it away to everybody, because every child deserves everything. And I'm not precious about things I've created or made. I'll just give it all away.
Well, that's lovely. That's so generous. And you've offered to be the first person to sing along with our Come In From The Cold tonight as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think of singing together like this dynamic of group singing, whether it's physically in the same room or whether it's remotely like this. We did put a shout out for Zoom, and most people I spoke to have got a real crisis. They've got COVID crisis this week, so we're not worrying too much about the Zoom thing tonight. What I'd like to do is maybe see if we can't record a little sing along with you and then put that out tomorrow and just build on it over the next few days without the pressure of lots of people coming on, because I know it's difficult for people to commit to a time. So how would you feel about, well, tell me what you think about the whole dynamic of group singing like this.
Well, I found it a lot easier yesterday when I was able to get the video up. And personally, I found it quite challenging to sing along to the video, because I'm used to, when you have a PowerPoint or you have songs for children and you click the next slide so it comes up just pretty much 1 or 2 seconds before you're due to sing the next line. And the words didn't do that for me. So I always felt as though I was singing behind. So to be perfectly honest, ironically, I actually typed the words into my iPad so I could have the words in front of me. And then I put up my phone in the same way that you said, could you record it in this style? Had my headphones in, and I felt so much more confident doing that separately. I still did it in one take. I thought, no, I'm not going to faff on in spending ages and ages. I said this last week, live singing, you get it over and done with, and whatever mistakes you make, they're there. And I thoroughly enjoyed singing along. And when you hear all of the voices, and what I really loved about this was the whole fact it was a cappella, and you could hear the harmonies, and I tried to emulate some different harmonies or little bits. And there were some really quite unusual nuances, especially in the final chord of the song. I thought that was a surprise to me, and I really had to focus on that to make sure I hit the notes correctly. But I really enjoyed singing along to it and putting it together with and having the other voices in the background. I mean,
Boff is an incredible talent, isn't he, as a musician, as a songwriter, as a choir leader as well, because that would be in some direction, that film, wouldn't it? And the harmonies, as you say, in there. Shall we? So you sent. So you've made a little video. Then you sent it in. We've put that in the mix as our first little, if you like, a little insert. And I've also got myself and Malumba in there just to keep you company as well. So heaven forbid, but goodness knows what this is going to be like. Shall we play it now and see how it works?
So do I need to mute myself in order to join along or not?
I think you should mute yourself and have a sing. Well, don't you worry about muting yourself. I'll mute you if I need to mute you. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Let's roll the video. Roll VT. Coming in from the cold. This is the hashtag AimHigh20. Hashtag sing a selfie. Hashtag our Xmas #1, because we want this, a version of this, to go #1 in the next 5, 6, 7 days. Hold tight. I hope you enjoy this.
On a cold winter's morning, all smothered in snow, come on in from the cold. There's a freeze on the city, the schools are all closed. Come on in from the cold. And the kids left at home are all hungry and bored. Come on in from the cold. And the best they can find is leftovers and coke. Come on in from the cold. So switch off the TV and text all your mates. Head for the one school that's opened its gates. They're planning a lesson that's served up on plates. Come on in from the cold. Come on in from the cold. Well, the cooks and the teachers refuse to give up. Come on in from the cold. And they've cooked up a meal from whatever they've got. Come on in from the cold. So take off your raincoat and pull up a chair. Shake off your hunger, there's food going spare. Whatever we've got is whatever we'll share.
Come on in from the cold.
Come on in from the cold. Children gather for dinner and shake off the street. Come on in from the cold. All their friends round the table together they eat. Come on in from the cold. So shake off your raincoat and pull up a chair. Shake off your hunger, there's food going spare. Whatever we've got is whatever we'll share. Come on in from the cold. Come on in from the cold. Come on in from the cold. Come on in from the cold.
Wow. Well, Rachel Orr, that was just. Where are we? Let's get these videos back up again. That was just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Did you manage to catch that?
I did. I sang along to it, every word.
What did you think of the little edit?
Fabulous, fabulous.
I think the more people that can come along and sing, then I think we'll be able to get rid of Malumba and myself and our sort of toneless ramble. I think as much as anything to show, if we're prepared to embarrass ourselves, everybody should be prepared to be quite honest. So
Yeah.
So that's it. I mean, that's all I really wanted to do. I just wanted to put the song out there. I wanted people to see that it is fairly straightforward. They just take a selfie, video themselves, video a selfie, singing along, ideally with headphones in, so you can listen to that and record it, and then maybe have the audio just slightly outside. Send it to us on yourturn@steamco.org.uk, and then we'll edit it all into a mix. Sorry tonight was a little bit of a rush. We had a few technical issues as ever, but it's so lovely to see you there, Rachel. So what are your thoughts? Do you think we can help get this out this week?
I'm going to tweet it out this week, and I think we should have a real hashtag and have "Come on in from the cold" as a hashtag too. Come on in and join in, because this is spreading the message, and it's really important at this time of year.
Absolutely, and as you said, I mean, the government, the Arts Council, Matt Hancock, people like that, are very, very big on social prescribing, using art and music and dance and drama in this way to bring people together for well-being and mental health and all those things. And I'm sure you'd agree with that as an objective, would you, Rachel?
Well, they say that when you do sing, it releases massive endorphins and it's a real good stress reliever. And at a time, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, and you join in with the Christmas carols, you join in with other Christmas music that's quite secular and not necessarily Christian based, you know, you've got to get your noddy holder on, haven't you? You've got to sing It's Christmas and get those songs out there. Shaking Stevens, whatever, just put your Christmas spirit on and sing your heart out.
Well, I'm quite pleased actually, because I'm still ahead on the Whamageddon. I haven't actually heard a Wham song this Christmas yet, so that's not bad going, is it? Have you?
Christmas, you
Oh,
gave me
don't, I'm not listening, I didn't hear that. I don't know what you're talking about. So who can you think of anybody you'll actually sort of personally one-to-one arm wrestle into doing this? Anybody you think would be good for this, who should sort of just go for it? It's going to I think hopefully it's going to be exponential. I mean, Sunday night, bit of a job to pin people down, but I think we need to just go for people one-to-one, don't you?
Well, you know who I'm going to go for one-to-one, and this is a real long shot, because you know the Go Compare guy of Go Compare, Go Compare.
Right.
He follows me on Twitter, and I follow him.
Okay.
So I'm going to target him, and I'm going to say, would you give it a go and sing along to this?
Well,
I've got nothing to lose.
Celebrities, yeah. Who else could we get? I mean, if we're going to aim that high, we should see if we can get Elton John to sing it. Who else should we get? Who else has been doing some stuff lately? There's that fantastic singer who did the John Lewis advert. She lives very near here, actually. I have to see if we can get her on. I think we need to get Rachel Snape, your sort of Christian namesake. She's a great singer. Ed Finch.
Yeah.
We'll see if Chris Dyson reckons he doesn't know the words, but I don't think that's an excuse.
Yeah.
I think he can just
we can get Graham Andre singing as well.
Graham Andre, yeah, he's got a bit of a COVID thing going on at school at the moment, but I'm sure when that settles down, let's face it, we're just going to keep adding to it over the next few days and see where it goes. I'm actually going to reach out to Marcus Rashford as well. Actually, he's obviously the whole feeding children and community spirit. It'd be lovely if he could sort of sing along or contribute or just retweet it or put word out. Have a look at the webpage as well. Hashtag steamcode.org.uk/news/come on in, and that's got the instructions on this. So we'll make sure that's nice and straightforward, and we can tweet that out then. Super.
Fabulous.
Well, thank you so much, Rachel. Really, really lovely to see you again. I'm always love to see those shoes in the back there as well. You've got your Christmas shoes on the fireplace ready, on the hob. And we'll keep in touch. We'll touch base again a couple of times this week, shall we?
Wonderful. That would be fabulous.
And one thing I'm very keen to do is to get some children's voices in as well. So I think what I'm thinking is maybe Wednesday, maybe 2:00ish, to see if any schools are interested in joining in a mass sing-along then. Because I know that Chris Tolston in Bradford Academy St James is very keen to do something this week with us. So we'll see if we can sync that up and get a few schools in as well. But they can always sing their part whenever they want. That's the thing.
That would be brilliant.
Okay.
Really awesome.
Thanks so much, Rachel. Lovely to see you. I'm going to play out with the other Commoners Choir song, Singing Together Apart, which is a beautiful, beautiful song. Thanks so much, Rachel. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Just fantastic to have the support of people like that, and it's a lovely, lovely project. I hope you'll agree. I hope you'll be part of it. Hashtag sing a selfie for hashtag our Xmas #1.
A world made of